Yes, ma'am.
I have a contemporary issue.
Can people be quiet while the lady's speaking?
I have a contemporary issue, and whistleblower, Julian Assange, he was on television last night giving an interview. What's your feeling on that with the whistleblowers and trying to get the information out?
Well, there's good and bad, you know, like, see, the IRS, as we get in Benghazi, were very genuine scandals, in my opinion. The NSA is a bit ambivalent because the people around both Snowden and Assange are basically communists. They're anti-American communists. And they're trying to use a legitimate thing to bring down the defence of your country. So I don't approve of everything the NSA is doing. A lot of what they do is actually legitimate. So they are in there, you know, the people, Glenn Greenwald and Laura Poitras, the people behind Snowden. Greenwald has attended the last 3 socialist conferences in Chicago, socialism 2011, 2012 and 2013, run by the pro-Palestinian International Socialist Organization. And Laura Poitras, she was accused by American forces in Iraq of actually collaborating with guerrillas on attacks on the American army. So that's the kind of people behind Snowden. It's not surprising he's fled to Russia.
Can I just follow up? That answers quite a bit. But on the other side, if he's going to expose information and give it to the people, what's the counterpart to the people that you just mentioned on the United States side? You know, on the good guy side.
Well, you've got guys like Justin Amash out of Michigan, who's a congressman who's trying to get this reform, because you need electronic surveillance of the bad guys, but you don't need electronic surveillance of every single person in this country. Just like in airports, you don't need a TSA who basically touches up everybody that comes through. You need a TSA that profiles people who need to be watched. You know, we used to have that in this country. We used to have police departments who had intelligence departments in every country, every county, every big city, and they used to watch the radicals. But they all got taken away. They all got abolished by the communists in the 70s, and now you've got this one big Homeland Security thing that watches everybody and lets people slip through the cracks all the time. So I'm a big believer in decentralised intelligence, returning intelligence to the communities. Every police department should have an intelligence unit to monitor terrorists, radicals, or whatever. Yeah, but I'll tell you straight, if I was in the police department, I would have somebody inside your group, just as a precaution. I'm not saying you're bad guys, but every organised political group that is a little bit different, I would have somebody in there. Not to say that you are bad guys, but there could be some fruitcake comes into your group at some stage, or an agent provocateur. I'm saying there is a role for legitimate intelligence. You know, I'm not saying there's a role for what we've got now at all. But every communist group in this country, and every Muslim Brotherhood group, and every Students for Justice in Palestine group in this country should have an FBI agent inside them, or a local police agent inside them. They should do.
You know, I have another question. It's, as a whistleblower in the government, if somebody wants to blow the whistleblower, it's already comes out as a negative. You are already a negative. You're labeled. It's a negative label. When you go to the FBI, you can't even trust them. Basically, where does that whistleblower go?
Well, look, there are systems, but you know they're not strong enough, obviously, and there should be legitimate whistleblowers. But Snowden never took that route. He went straight to the Chinese, who basically debriefed him, and then he went straight to the Russians. You know, he went to the enemies of your country. He did a legitimate service in some ways, but he has given them now everything they want. Your country is less safe now because of him. People will die because of him. That's the harsh reality. So it's not a black and white issue here. There's legitimate whistleblowing, there's totally illegitimate whistleblowing, and there's grey areas in between. And when you've got a government that's doing a lot of grey things, it makes it even more morally dubious. So I can't say whistleblowing is always good, and I can't say it's always bad, but we do need it, but you also need legitimate intelligence as well. And there is a role for people like the FBI and the NSA to be watching real threats to your country. So you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, that's what I'm saying.